shit. Why you looking at Guinness, the greatest man alive? Take a good look, open the book, analyze with a hook to the body, 1, 2, and then I...
Isn't always true. And people need to understand it.
Right. Well, and like here's another one for you. So like and after, we can follow up with this in another episode one of these days, but when they talk about the arrest of Jesus in the New Testament before he gets crucified, he was hanging out with some Egyptians and they couldn't tell him from the Egyptians. Now, check this out. So, that's when Judas went and gave him a kiss on the cheek so they knew who to arrest. But, the Egyptians were brown-skinned, thick-lipped people like us before Saladin came in from the Middle East, and they displaced all of the brown-skinned inhabitants of what's now considered
Egypt. Let's get off of Egypt, because I think black folks pay too much goddamn attention to Egypt and Nefertiti and all that shit.
Right.
Fuck that. Okay. Really, we do. And people want to say, well, Africa is a poor country. Listen to what I just said. They say Africa is a poor country. Africa
is a continent.
It's a continent.
Yes.
Okay. And there is no country in Africa that is poor. No country in Africa is poor. The people are poor, not by condition, but by rule. Somebody's making a lot of money off
natural resources out of Africa.
You can't get any more natural resources
right
out of Africa. Ask yourself, who controls the diamond market in the world?
Well, it's not me.
Okay. It's a family called the De Beers family.
Right.
Every diamond you fucking get somewhere was dug out of a mine somewhere in either South Africa or the fucking Congo. And those mines are controlled by the De Beers family. These motherfuckers are so rich that you never hear about them on the Forbes billionaire list. It's certain families so rich you never fucking hear about. Disney, Ford, De Beers.
Yeah.
Rockefellers. Rothschild. You never hear about these motherfuckers because they got so much money. The people that you hear about are the people that don't have what I call no shut the fuck up. See, the people who have that kind of money got shut the fuck up. Keep me off the radar. And unfortunately, we don't have that in our community. I think I heard somewhere that somebody in the family did a genealogy study, and they said that they can trace certain family members to Ramses. I don't know if that shit is fucking true.
Yes, it was my mom actually.
They know that. So you speak on that.
Okay. Through. Let's take a quick break here,
All right,
but don't move.
nigga, I'm gonna move.
Okay.
I'm gonna move.
So we're back. So as far as the genealogy goes, it was actually my mom. She's all into the 23andMe, the genealogy stuff. So
Get
so
shit traced
apparently,
back by the police.
right? How about that? But yeah, just in terms of certain genetic markers, then hey, yes, our family line, they trace back to Ramses the third. So you might not be a
Ramses the
Hebrew,
motherfucking
but you
third.
might be an Egyptian.
Well, hey, uh, what they say, Mama Rose was a full blood Indian, some
Yes.
shit like that. You know, uh, so we don't I was thinking about taking one of those, um, but uh, I don't want my DNA just floating out there. Yeah. I mean, really, um, you never. It was a story about. It was a black woman that they used her DNA for something. I forget the story. It's a famous story. Um, and yeah, uh, I would love to do that to find out. All right, well, because our history is basically an oral history here in this country.
Yes.
Um, so it would be nice to know to say, hey, you have origins here, there, and there, and decipher that shit on down to where you know. But we all know, as black folks, as American black folks in this country, uh, we come from the Congo, you know, the door of no return.
Right.
We
Well, yeah,
all
that was the
know,
port.
yeah, we all know that, our ancestors have come from there. Um, so yeah, uh, it's, it is what it is, dog.
It is what it is, indeed. But it doesn't hurt to look and find out what your ancestry is, and the
Oh
thing that
no,
the thing that I kind of get a little, dare I say, mystified about sometimes is people, and I don't care who you are, will try to tie their ancestry based on scriptures which have been rewritten and translated, which were old traditions from thousands of years ago, somewhere in what's now what we call the Middle East.
um, like I said before, the conquerors write history. They write their own history. And then out of those conquerors, they have people that say, hey, well, it really didn't go down like that. This kind of went down. But the conquerors have the bigger voice. So there's always like this, you know, who's right, who's wrong.
Right.
That's trying to kind
Different points
of
of views, different
decipher,
arguments.
yeah, and we can come to some kind of agreement. And the agreement is always on the conqueror's side. when you really think about it,
Yeah,
it's
this is
always on
true.
their side.
I agree.
um, and That's what it, dude. I, you know, one time, um, I don't know. I was talking to somebody in the family, and they said, "Well, we come from people of giants," because they heard that from their elders,
Yes.
and because their elders told them that. So I had to step back and say, "Well, what the fuck are you talking about?" We have in our family no man under 6'2". Who's the tallest man in our family?
Your son.
My son.
Yeah.
At 7 foot.
Yes.
And my son is 15 years old.
Some truth to that, huh? I'm 6'5". Jason's almost 6'6". Akra, well, he's 6'8", 6'9".